I guess you saw that the coal industry and others had quite a lot of influence on the government. And I mean, as far as I don't really know how all the back end of all this works, right? From the political side, I'm sure a lot of the other people out in the industry are quite curious about how that all comes into play. I mean, what's the role of an advocate like yourself, and how do you engage with the government, and off the back of that, I mean, how do we go from advocating for renewables to ending up with some stimulus from the government specifically around helping us to install the solar panels, for example?
It's a really good question, and I guess I've spent the last 15 years learning and developing different skills and strategies for trying to influence governments. I mean, essentially that's what we're trying to do. And I think that the short answer is that there's no single approach to influencing government to getting a good outcome for our industry. Often it relies on having good relationships. So, I spend a lot of time building relationships, and whether that's with people who are naturally strong supporters of our industry, or people who mightn't naturally know much about our industry or support it. But there's a philosophy there that you need to. Often the easiest way to influence is to know someone, to build a relationship, and then to be able to inform them or push them on a particular issue. But that's got its limitations, and at other times, we need to stand up and be much more vocal and be critical of decisions that we don't like. And so, I've spent a lot of time in Parliament House, a lot of time at dinners with different people and events with people, building those relationships, right through to a bunch of years ago, I was standing out the front of Tony Abbott's electorate office in Manly with a megaphone and leading a protest on his office. And so it takes all of that, and it really depends on the moment in time, the government. I think an extraordinary amount has changed over the years, and that means that as an industry, we didn't used to get a seat at the table. We didn't used to have a lot of influence, but we do now. We're taken very, very seriously, and therefore the game and the sort of strategies that we might adopt have changed pretty materially over that time.